Hi, fellow traders. Well, man, we had another wild day in the market. It really didn't start till after lunch, but unfortunately, this was a carbon copy. Well, not really a carbon copy. I just wasn't engaged in the market today like I normally am. I got 2.5 hours of sleep last night, and my son had to get him ready to go on his trip, and he didn't have half the stuff together that he said he had together. So I didn't get to bed till 1:30 last night, and then had to wake up at 4 to get him to the school. So hadn't really had a whole lot of sleep. And I've told you before, and a lot of people I mentor with, I tell them, if you don't get to sleep, if you're feeling groggy, if things are just looking like they're moving in slow motion, and you feel like you're moving in slow motion, all of these things, if you're rushing and you can't go through your normal routine, don't trade. Just slow down. If an opportunity presents itself, then take it, but make sure that you're actually seeing what you're seeing. You're not, out of it. And this morning I just felt out of it, so I didn't take any trades. And I waited. I did take a trade in the afternoon when things started to pick up, but I didn't stay engaged. I didn't have it. Mentally, I was exhausted, and I just couldn't do it. So whenever you feel that way, you you need to stop, because I could have easily gone red on a day that I should have been real big green, and we don't want to do that. So, quick message for you: no wisdom is given to no man until he asks for it. Your only limit to learning, is your mind. It's you. It's your decision whether you receive the information that somebody's giving you or not. I could sit here and give a class and try to teach you, but if you're not ready to accept it, then you're not going to get it. If you don't want it, you're not going to get it. You're not going to receive it. So remember, that's your only limit, is you, your mind. Having the right mindset, being teachable. We talked about that before. So just wanted to share that with you real quick. Looking at the spot today, you could see this thing just rolled over, and it kind of hit a bottom here after market. But there's really, I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. I had a thesis that we would get held up at the 200. We may get, I was looking for a dip down to 300 and then back up, and the 200 on the daily holds it up. But out the same wick to the upside, I was looking to the downside, and then this being held up today, but it didn't happen. But I have these ideas, I have these theses, but I don't trade on it. I just do it to think, okay, this is what I think is going to happen, but I do not take a trade until the market tells me it's time. Other than that, I'm going to sit. I don't care what it does. If it's not, if the opening is not there for me, I'm not going to take it. If I'm not 100%, if I don't feel good, if things are just all crazy in my mind, I'm not going to take a trade. I'm going to wait. You have to be that way. You have to have that discipline. I know days like this don't come along. Days like, when was it? Tuesday? Doesn't come along that often. But if you're not in a position to take advantage of it, wait, it's going to come again eventually. There are going to be other opportunities. Just make sure that you have not taken yourself out of the game so bad that you won't be there for those other opportunities. There are a lot of guys that I know did really well when the market was selling off last year. Last November, December, we made a ton of money. TVIX was our crack, and we made a ton of money using it. But once that went away, it wasn't time to trade TVIX. They kept trying to do it and ended up giving all their money back and then some. Even now, it's TVIX time. But if I'm not, you got to be on point to trade that. And if I'm not on point, I am not trading it, because I could lose my shirt trying to mess with that. But to make a long story short, I'm only gonna trade when I am 100% in the market and I'm waiting for the market to tell me. I'm not gonna anticipate anything, big. Now sometimes I'll anticipate an entry. FOMO creeps in, but other than that, we're just moving on. But you can take a look at what it did this morning. I thought this was the fake out. It almost got down to 300, and I thought we were going to bounce and recover. And I thought we were going. But you can see here, we could not clear the intraday 200. This is the 200 on the 5-minute chart. And it got slapped back. It got under these moving averages. And here, you could have attacked here. But, once the market started going, there were opportunities everywhere. Now, the one that I took was SQ. And I was looking for the continued downtrend. We've started to put it in here. We got a lower high, albeit small. Once we put in a lower low, I'm looking for it to continue down. So this really wasn't a reversal, because we had a pullback, a bounce, and then another pullback. And then we didn't really have a parabolic move up. So I'm catching the downtrend early. It just put it in. When it made a new low here, it validated the downtrend, and I was in. I know that the 50 was here. It was kind of tight. And had it got hung up here, I would have taken some off. It was right at the minimum. It so much so that I had to double check it to make sure I was okay taking it. But I put my target at 83.50, and really I could have gone down to around 83.20 to this level. And this is probably where I should have had it. But, I'm okay. It was still a decent move. That was the plan from the beginning. Nice target. We got the bounce. Rejected the 9 again. Sold off. Target on the VWAP. Target on the coming down was going to be this level. The VWAP and the 9 were sitting right there. So that was a good cover there. And the final target was the 200. And you can see we did dip a little bit lower, but that's the final target. I took it off, and I disengaged. It seemed like I was exhausted after that trade. And so I just disengaged and kind of walked away from it. But you can see it set up again. It wasn't really clean. Okay? And what I was seeing was now that I'm looking at it after it happened, what I was seeing at the time was a lot of choppiness. It would have been difficult for anybody to kind of hang in this trade the way it was going, especially somebody in a weakened state that I was in. But this move here toward the end of the day, this one was really nice. But this right here was a little trashy. But all in all, I'm okay with the day. Should have been another $1,600 day or so, but I'm not red. I got 400 $44.81 on a day where I probably shouldn't have gotten anything. So I'm happy with it. I'm going to shake it off, and we're not going to think about anything else. We're going to come back tomorrow and put it to it. So BA, it did hit the 300 this morning. Yesterday it hit it, but it hit it at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was still asleep, and it never came back. So I put it in today, and it hit. But again, I made a mistake this morning, not thinking. I didn't put my second target in. My second target was 285. It hit it right around here, around 10:30. It hit it. I just made a mistake, and I didn't look at this until lunchtime. So it was all the way up here when I finally took a look at it. So it was just one of those things where, sorry, I forgot to cut my phone off. It was just one of those things where you overlook these when you're tired, you're not sharp. You're gonna overlook little things like that. And that's what happened. I kind of overlooked it and missed the cover here. So I got it in. Maybe we'll get it tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to bounce a little bit tomorrow, if we're going to get some selling tomorrow. We'll see. But looking for a 285. Now, if you want to see the whole trade, it's on the website. You go to my website. It's on the swing trade page. It's the only open swing I have. So it's gonna be under the active swing. Should be the first thing you see, and you'll see the original entry, the exit the first profit target where I added back, and then tomorrow this will be uploaded, so you'll be able to see the whole trade. But we locked in another 45.07.35 on this deal. So really, it's taken a while, but I expect this to be worth the wait. I expect it to be worth the wait. So now I had a lot of money tied up. I had all my cash in this account tied up in this BA trade, waiting for this thing for, let's see, what day I entered this. December 24th, Christmas Eve is when I originally entered the trade. I took some profit, and then I added back in January. So we locked in 27 on the first profit target, and today we locked in 45. So we're just building up. This one will be fine. Don't get to do this that often, and normally I don't stay in a stock this long, but I got stubborn with this. For a while I got mad and had the wrong mindset trading this, but I'm good now. So that's going to wrap it up for me tonight. You guys have a great night, a great evening, and I will catch you tomorrow.